Wolfdog, there are grudge matches, there are battles, there are wars, and then there is this blood feud between two of the most decorated teams in all of Australian wrestling.
Oh, this is going to be epic without a doubt. Oh, look at this. Oh, the referee's trying to get some control before the scene starts.
A fight is in danger of breaking out in the middle of this wrestling match.
This. You know, this all started with a little bit of respect between these teams.
It did indeed.
I don't think there's a lot left, judging by the demeanour at the start of this at least.
The battle between Gods and Monsters and the Rude Ones stands at 1 apiece.
Absolutely, this is what they used to call the rubber match. And I tell you what, look at Marvel getting straight into the face of the big Grim and big Brody Marshall. Fears no man, or God or monster, it would seem.
What fascinates me about the makeup of this match is not only does each team have incredible tag team continuity, not only do they have similar mindsets, not only do they work so perfectly together that you would think they'd been teams forever, but all four of them have feuded with each other as well. These men have been enemies as much as they've been allies. Even the Rude Ones.
Oh my God! Sparta boot to start this off. Well, I tell you what, Bulldog was jarring with the fans there, took his eyes off the ball, so to speak, and well.
And the Viking says, 1 down.
Well, you never want to turn your back at all in there, Sean, even when you're standing on the corner there.
I could just hear Bulldog yelling from down below, so clearly his mouth still works. Then again, I believe that would be the last part of his body to die. Oh.
Well,
Marshall welcoming the fight.
Yeah, Marvel thought about that. Oh, look at that double thrust to the throat area there.
Oh, again!
Another Sparta boot. Oh, I tell you what, Bulldog's not having a great way to start. Reanimated here. Clothesline duck under there. Oh my goodness, there's Grim in those chops.
Don't need any amplification for that. Here we go again. Marvel getting the exact tour of the ring you do not want.
Gods and Monsters now. Whipping in Marvel. As you said, well, all three of the men in the ring at the moment are former RCW champions, and of course so is Bulldog.
Cover. 2. Wolfdog, you've said to me many times you can take two great champions and put them together. That doesn't necessarily give you a great tag team. To counter that long-term argument of yours, I'd like to present you with Gods and Monsters.
Oh, absolutely. You don't always, but sometimes you'll get the two most unusual partners, and in this case, I've got to say that with Grim and, of course, Big Brody Marshall. Two guys that were absolutely hated rivals for so long, and now look at them.
You don't have to tell me that. I was in the middle of a pull-apart between the two of them.
So was I remember that, and you know...
Almost destroyed the Latvian Hall.
And these guys are now just incredibly well-tuned team here. Look at this. They're...
friends.
Yeah, almost. I wasn't not sure if I was. Oh, look at that. Oh, Marvel. Sorry, I should say Bulldog. Well, Bulldog.
Don't turn around. You're not going to like the view.
Bulldog thought he'd outsmarted him, but then he turned his back again.
Only temporarily.
Oh, look at a double shoulder block. Wow. That's what you look at this now. Marvel just attacking both. Well, I tell you, Marvel's definitely doesn't fear him. Not sure if that's quite wise, but look at the tenacity.
Whoa.
Look at the teamwork here between these two.
These two men have spent the month between Battle for Supremacy and Reanimated clearly working even more on their tag team continuity. It has been all Gods and Monsters so far in this match.
You know, they probably heard what I said, so they just want to prove me wrong. I'm sure that's what it all is. But if you actually think about this, as we mentioned, of course, all four of these men, former RCW singles champions, and they've all been able to make an incredible transition to tag team wrestling. And of course, the Rude Ones, the only two-time RCW tag team champions in the company's history at this point.
Gods and Monsters seemed very focused on the RCW Tag Team Championships before this blood feud broke out. As you said at the top of the match, Wolfdog started as a respectful competition between 4 men who were very friendly with each other. Venus got involved, Mickey Fortune joined. Gods and Monsters, of course, adding another champion to the mix, her being a former RCW Women's Champion. Oh! And there's the equalizer. You take the big man off his feet, then you take his feet out from under him.
So the only person out of this whole mix that has not held a championship in RCW is, of course, Venus, and I have no doubt she has her eyes on the impressive Indy Hartwell at the RCW Women's Championship somewhere down the track if she gets that opportunity.
Grim trying to get to his partner, the tag, cut off. As we've noted so often, the importance of cutting that ring in half in tag team action.
It's almost wrestling, tag team wrestling 101.
And you know what I like about this, Wolfdog? This shows the exact art that tag team wrestling is. There are some companies in the world today that don't value tag team wrestling, but this shows just how good it is, just how important it is, and what a wonderful part of our sport it is.
And look at this, Marvel. I was about to say he was doing a very smart tag team move because he's taking the body part of the big Grim, namely his leg. And look at this, going straight back to it. And yeah, he's trying to dismantle it.
Did you see how much trouble Grim had then picking up Marvel? Not because he lacked strength, but because he lacked stability.
Absolutely.
The wear and tear on that leg already taking its toll.
Doesn't matter how strong you are, you take those pillars out, even Rome will fall. And right now, the Rude Ones are continuing on Grim. Now, Grim, you can see him, he's looking up there almost in, I won't say in desperation, but
look out.
He realises how far away he is from his partner. And I'll tell you what, Sean, I know you haven't actually been in the ring as an athlete, I'm not criticising that, but when you're in that ring in a tag team match and you look up and you see your partner so far away, it does something to your mind, because you just know you've just got that distance to travel. And so, you know, a lot of the time you'll find teams like that will quite happily tease, look how far you're away from your partner. It's great psychological advantage for them.
And if there's any team that knows how to take a psychological advantage and use it to psychologically break somebody, it's the Rude Ones.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they wrote half the book on ring psychology, these two, without a doubt.
Particularly Marvel, one of the most well-travelled veterans in all of Australian wrestling, one of the most respected veterans in all of Australian wrestling.
Absolutely is.
Said it before, I'll say it again, this man cannot enjoin you quicker than anything. The amount of pain Grim would be feeling right now in that leg, and yet he still powers through it with a chop.
I was going to say, and you don't see this too often. You don't see Grim on his back a lot. So, you know, this has been very smart. A smart strategy. Obviously, the Rude Ones came in with getting either whoever they had in the ring. I'm sure the strategy would have been the same if Brody Marshall was in there.
Wolfdog, is this where the height of these two men work against them?
Oh,
wow!
Look at the athleticism there.
Couldn't keep it up, though. He did. Excellent work there by Grim, despite the pain.
Only just managed to do that. But my goodness, that was incredible agility. But now, look at that, you saw Grim going for the tag, but he realised he was going to the wrong corner.
I was going to say, is this where the length of these men works against them? Because you can actually grab them and pull them back.
True, but it also means they don't have as far to go because, well,
there's the tag!
Big Brody Marshall with big hold. There's another big boot. Seen that a few times in this match. These guys love throwing their feet around. Big Brody Marshall now one of the strongest men on the roster without a doubt. Oh, look at it. Oh. The Rude Ones now working as that great tag team we know.
Grim taken down at the side.
Well, look at this now. Rude Ones, a fresh Big Brody Marshall came in, but I was going to say it looks like the
pop-up powerbomb.
So much for that.
Just a 2 count on the side there. Marvel tried to intervene, but Grim held on despite the injury.
I was going to say the Rude Ones managed to cut off Big Brody Marshall, but then he got that pop-up powerbomb out of nowhere, but he's going to get hit from behind here. Again, tag team wrestling, you always got to have their eyes in the back of your head. There's always that second man there. And as we've mentioned, in times past, the Rude Ones, there's not a rule in the book they don't mind breaking, and they probably haven't done in their career.
Yeah, Gods and Monsters aren't afraid to do that either. Whoa, look at this. The elevation.
It took 2 men to get him up there. But look at that.
Oh, Grim!
Oh, well, that didn't actually end up going too well for Gods and Monsters, but it was a good idea for Grim. He couldn't get past Bulldog there, so he just muscled it off and dropped him on him.
And now, oh, that was 2. Skinny ref confirming that was a 2 count.
I was going to say, unfortunately for Gods and Monsters, he landed on his own partner. And I thought that was it.
Trying to quickly get back to his team's corner. I was just going to say he's on the wrong side of the ring now. Worst place to be.
Oh, wow! Power slam. Wow, just stepped him over. Wow, I don't know where he got the strength in him to do that, but he had enough left in the tank. And look at this. Manages to get the big Viking Grim. He's going to the high-risk district. This is not somewhere we see Grim too often. Holy moly! The big man can fly. Matt Basso now.
Coming down like the thunder of Thor on Marvel. And we know what comes next.
Oh, look at this. You know what? I was just about to say we haven't seen a lot of right in front of the ref. This is going to be a referee's discretion here. Oh, wait a minute. He's gone. Turn back to the action.
Venus being the equalizer there, but that leaves Marvel in control of Grim's very injured leg. Oh my God, Grim almost tapped.
I was going to say, that's lucky on her part. That could have been the, well, look at this now, Venus.
Oh, this could be career ending for the Viking.
We're taking a lot of punishment. Oh, look at this.
Mickey Fortune.
Speaking of an equalizer. Oh! Mickey Fortune in and out. I think the referee saw that thing.
Quick as a hiccup.
Well, what's
faster than lightning.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander, as they say. Another Sparta boot. This could be it. Hooks the leg, but he's right in that corner.
Bulldog saving the match for the Rude Ones.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I think he had to there as well. That was in the middle of the ring, and we might have had a different decision there.
Unsurprisingly, this is coming right down to the wire. Neither team prepared to give up the win.
No surprise.
Oh my God!
Oh, big choke slam from the outside. Big Brody Marshall showing that strength the big man has. The referee has lost complete control of this, Sean. I have no idea who's legal. I don't think the referee does either. But he's just letting the action go. I guess he wants to see a winner here as well.
Marvel has evil intentions on that second rope, sorry.
Marvel now getting the big man up. Big Brody Marshall trying to
wait a minute.
Oh, wait a minute.
He put himself right in the crosshairs.
Well, I don't think he was expecting this, but we know what's going to happen here. Oh, let's go. Good night, Marvel. He gets that cover. What a win by Gods and Monsters. I tell you what, former two-time RCW Tag-Team Champions just got pinned in the middle of HQ.
And Gods and Monsters end the feud 2-1. The rubber match is theirs.
Well, you gotta think somewhere here. Luke Santa Maria, the general manager's looking at this, thinking about the next contenders for the RCW Tag Team Championship. Whoever walks out of here tonight with those titles, maybe we could be looking at their new contender right here.
That's right, whether it be the Armstrongs or whether the Pereira defend successfully, it appears that their future is full of blood, thunder, and fire.